Yo, what's cracking, y'all? What's happening? This is CreatePace going live. I've been trying to kind of want to do a little bit more live here and there, man, and get to and speak out with your peeps and try some different stuff. I post a lot of shorts, and for those who follow, I'm good on posting shorts and giving you guys my thoughts, but I need to do this live thing a little bit more often, so I will. I've said it before, but I'm gonna definitely try to get on here, man, and I can extend my conversations with you and give you some more um, uh, well planned out extended thoughts on different topics. But look, the WNBA second half of the season started last night, so I wanted to jump on, man, because if you follow me, you know that I love women's basketball. I'm a big supporter of the WNBA. I'm a big supporter of NCAA women's basketball. So it's exciting. This 2024 WNBA season has had a great rookie class, and I feel like this class has changed, and will forever change the WNBA as it continues to grow as a league. The WNBA only been around 27 years, so that's not a very long time. And I know people still kind of hate on it for it not being a money maker, but it takes a little time. Look, the NBA was struggling until Magic and Bird came into the league in 1979 and changed their fortunes and became something that what the league is now, watchable, exciting. Literally two players, Irvin Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. The Celtics for Bird, the Lakers for Magic Johnson. When they came in, things changed, and that's what you're going to see with this 2024 WNBA class, with Caitlin Clark at the top and all her other classmates. Has already changed the fortunes for the league and for the veterans that are already in the league, and things of that nature. The fruition of this entry into the league with this particular class will be felt for a while. And then not too far down the road, you're gonna have Paige Beckers coming into the WNBA out of UConn, right? She should come in 2025, and then more than likely Juju Watkins will come into the WNBA after in 2026. So you got some powerhouse talents that will more than likely be number one overall picks, like Caitlin Clark was this year in 24, that are going to come in and continue to move the league in a way where it's going to be generating revenue. But I wanted to speak on Caitlyn because Caitlyn is that type of. She's that. She is that. She's all of that. You've been hearing it, not lately because the WNBA has been on hiatus, but you got a healthy dose of Caitlin Clark, and I know it's been a lot of coverage of her, and some people are tired of it, and I get it. But as I've said it before, and I'll say it again here on this live, she is worth every bit of the game changing exposure that she's been receiving. And if you haven't been watching her, then if you have, you've seen bits and pieces and moments where it's like only someone like Caitlyn can make those type of plays, can see the court, can share the basketball, can shoot. The shooting is what she's known for, but being a great teammate and sharing the ball and being a game manager is also well rounded. And she ain't too bad on defense either. She's not too bad on defense. That won't be her calling card, but don't sleep on her defense. But what she does as a team leader is what makes her the number one overall talent, a pick that she was worthy of when she came into the league this year. And the Indiana Fever, they're trying to adjust. They're trying to adjust, and she's adjusting to them on the fly. So it was really good to see this class get a 4 week break so they can recoup. Because you got to realize the rookie class for every league, for every class, excuse me, that comes into the WNBA, there's hardly any break from the NCAA season. They start playing in college. For example, Caitlin and her whole class that came into the WNBA, they started playing in October and November of last year, 2023. And then up through the NCAA tournament. Then the draft was like 2 or 3 days after the tournament. And then camp, preseason camp, training camp started for the WNBA a week or two after being drafted. So, for Caitlin and her class to get this 4 week break because of the Olympics was good for them. And I think Caitlin especially will, because she's had a lot of pressure on her. I mean, the spotlight has been on her for the last 2 years in college, and it's a lot heavier spotlight as a rookie in the WNBA. So these 4 weeks, you will see a difference. You will definitely see it should be she should have a better bounce in her step when she's on the court. Some of the things that she was learning on the fly in the first half of her rookie season, I believe she's talented enough and smart enough where you will see an adjustment in just these 4 weeks off, and with the second half of the season starting last night, and I believe the Fever, Caitlin plays tonight, Friday night, for the first game back from after the Olympic break. You will see something. You'll see what she's adjusting to, and she should, just in these short few weeks off, I believe she will have learned what she needs to do, even more so adjust to that and play on that, and it should play out for the rest of the season. Will the Indiana Fever make the playoffs this year? I don't know. They were the worst team heading into this year. That's why they were eligible to draft Caitlin Clark. So um, you can say there's not a lot of talent on the team. There's probably, outside of Aaliyah Boston, who's a grade A talent, and her and Caitlin Clark has got a good chemistry, and that's only getting better. There's a couple, maybe one or two other players that might start or get significant time on other teams, but outside of that, there's not a whole lot happening on that team for Caitlin to feed off of. But I believe this coming off season, you will see the front office of the Indiana Fever make adjustments, right? Get the right players in there who can play with Caitlin and who Caitlin can bounce off of, right? And the 2025 season will be much different. Will be much different. They should be, not saying they're gonna be championship contenders next year, but they will be definitely in the playoff hunt throughout the whole year. And Caitlin would be different. I think, like I said, I think these 4 weeks off, she will be better in some areas in terms of the chemistry with her teammates, in terms of her continuing to get to the basket, which she didn't have to do, which she didn't lean on quite a lot in college. But in the pros, they're defending her so heavy and so much that there's a lot of opportunities to get to the basket because they're overplaying her, right? And I think in this second half of the season, you will see her utilize that even more and be like, okay, if you're gonna guard me all the way up and down the court every possession, then I'm gonna blow past you and get a layup. And she was doing that a little bit, but I believe you'll see more of that in the second half of the season. And then once she can prove that she can finish consistently at the basket, then they'll have to back off her. And then when they back off her, she'll get more clean, open 3 pointers for her to shoot, which is her calling card, the long 3 pointer from downtown threes. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Caitlin and the Fever, how they finish up, because I believe they might be in the last playoff spot as of right now. If the playoffs started today, I believe they're either in the 8th spot or maybe the 9th, very close to the 8th, of getting into the playoffs. So who knows how that plays? But I just think in terms of if you're a Fever fan and if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, just the development of just playing better, her teammates getting used to her, because how she can see the court so well, the full court, right? She can see full court before you're looking at it, before her teammates even realize it. She already can see a play happening and see where her teammates are going to be open. And I would imagine the coach Sides and Christy Sides, I believe is the coach's name for the Fever. I would imagine during this Olympic break, they've broken down tape, and letting the teammates know, look, this is where you need to be. This is where your head needs to be up. You need to be looking, because Caitlin's already looking. So you need to be happy. The ball's coming to you when you don't think it's coming to you. So all of that is exciting. That's exciting. She's a transcending type player. You know what I mean? And I really do enjoy watching her play because she's that type of player where her impact is that big, is that big. Um, will her impact along with her 2024 rookie class be as big and significant as Magic Johnson and Bird when they came into the NBA? I'm not gonna put all that type of pressure on her, um, but it will be it will be somewhere in the neighborhood of what Bird and Magic did when they came in 1979 to the into the NBA. But don't sleep on the WNBA. This is good for them. They needed someone like a Caitlin Clark to be part of the build up as they get better, as the league gets more eyeballs, as more investment, more revenue. All of that is important. All of that is very important, and the timing couldn't be any better for the WNBA. And I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for the league. I'm rooting for Caitlin. And see how she does the second half. She needs to shoot more. I know the coach also said that about Caitlin, the Fever coach, and she can't be shy about that. I know she's really been trying to share the ball and be a real uh, um, a selfless teammate the first half, but this second half of the season, she's that. You know what? She's the leader. She is that girl, right? She is that chick. So she needs to shoot more. She definitely. I mean, she needs to be averaging 24 to 25 points a game for them to even be in the conversation to be in the playoffs and make a difference. She's got to up her shooting. She got to up her points per game, and there's nothing wrong with being selfish. I think her teammates understand who she is and what she's about. So I would say to her, look, just do your thing. You know what I mean? Take the shots that are there. I know she. I've been watching some shots she pass up to give it to her teammate, and then her teammates don't really know what to do with it either. You know what I mean? It's like she's in the moment where she's had moments in the first half of the season where she'll have a shot and you kind of like will take it, but she'll give it to a teammate. The teammate might fumble it away, or they might end up taking the shot and making it. But for the most part, it's like these are moments where in the second half she needs to be like, hey, look, okay, this is my time. This is me. You know what I mean? Even if I missed a shot, I need to be the one that's taking it. You taking these crucial moments shots, but also just in the flow shots where it's like, hey, look, it's who you are. We're looking at you. We're looking at you to make that difference, and so it's okay. So I would say to Caitlin, look, be that one. Just do what you do. Shoot it, and don't be so don't be so careful. Is the best way. Um, that's the best way to put it. Don't be so careful, Caitlin. Do what you do out there. But hey, look, I mean, let me know in the comments if you're a WNBA fan, if you like uh, women's basketball, what do you think about the second half of the season? I feel like it's probably three teams, four that are really championship worthy. I think Liberty at New York Liberty are at the top. Of course, you can't sleep on the Las Vegas Aces. They've won the last two championships. You got Connecticut Sun, and I think the Lynx, Minnesota. I think those are the four legit teams that could probably run the table and win it all. Um, so looking at that the makeup of all the other teams that can really push for a title, that should be fun to watch. Outside of watching Caitlin and her growth with the Fever, and of course you got Angel Reese with the Sky, Chicago Sky. And there's several other rookies on other teams that are not so good, that are having really good 2024 rookie seasons. But the four big teams at the top, that should go all the way down to the wire. My money was, and still is, my money is on the Liberty to win it all. I think Aja Wilson will win the MVP. She's on a mission to win that MVP award that she thought she should have won last year in 2023, but they gave it to Breanna Stewart, who had a very good year, and she's having a good year this season as well. But Aja will definitely win the MVP award. But who will win the 2024 WNBA championship? It's looking like the Liberty right now. It's looking like the Liberty, but I will say this: it won't be long. It won't be long if they get the right pieces around Caitlin Clark. It won't be long before she'll have her team in the conversation for championship titles. year in and year out. Um, Looking at staying healthy, of course, she will be there with her squad. So yeah, this is the second half is the development of the rookie class of 2024 and the championship run, the title, all the way through August into September. I believe maybe early October is when the championships uh, playoffs start, or late September. Late September is when the playoffs start for the WNBA. So hey, keep your eyes open, your ears open. The WNBA is here. Caitlin Clark is doing her thing. The Fever, you know what I mean? They just an okay team right now, but you watch out. You watch out. So look, man, leave comments if you got anything. I'll be hopefully doing more lives a little bit down the road with certain topics that I feel like I can expand on more and give you more of my long form conversation. But that's it for now. I'll check you guys soon. Peace. Create Pace is out.